ESG is absolutely a mega trend which simply cannot be ignored. And what we've seen at the moment is a lot of work around sort of the E and sort of the G, and sort of increased focus on assets, with 30 trillion in the last year, with a growth of approximately 34% over the last 2 years. But what we recognise as the alliance of organisations coming together here is that what we've tended to find is that there's been a less focus on the commitment to the people. And it's really important, therefore, that we now energise the conversation equally on the S, which is the case that we aim to make today.
The other point about an LGBT plus lens is that it is a way to look at intersectionality, which we've seen becoming increasingly important in recent months around the Black Lives Matter movement and the events of George Floyd's death. And what we want to see is actually investors taking a proactive approach to thinking about intersectionality and to thinking about inclusion, not waiting for there to be these incendiary trigger points that then prompt a reaction, but actually to think about how is there this value that can be captured? How can we be thinking beyond just the gender lens to who else can be included within that? And how could we factor that into the investment making decision process?
Okay, so when you look at the conversation around Black Lives Matter, the fundamental question is that this is not the first time. 2020 is not the first time. George Floyd is not the first Black person to be killed on the street of America. But what has happened is that the people that drive the profit of companies have come to a realization that it cannot be business as usual. And companies need to have purpose aligned with their profit in order for, and this purpose must align into inclusion, into diversity, and into the recognition and respect of the fundamental human rights of every human being on earth.
And within the research report, we're going to be looking at 3 key data points. First of all, we're going to have a consumer and retail investor survey that will go out to over 1,000 people. We're going to then have qualitative interviews with investment professionals from across the asset management industry to really get their insights and learnings around how far an LGBT plus lens is being adopted and what it would take for it to be truly implemented and integrated across the investment decision-making process. And then we will also be doing a summary of a literature review, because there are many great global studies out there that make the case for an LGBT plus lens and fantastic data that could be integrated and used further. And so we'll cover those 3 data points within the research.
And in particular within public equities, a question we get again and again is, yes, we buy into the business case. We're keen to be investing in these types of companies. How do we find them? Is there a consistent set of data out there that we can use? How much can we rely on, say, a Stonewall, HRC, and what about the countries where there are no such indices? And I think that really comes to the core of the matter for investors who are looking to themselves to pick what they would deem as LGBT-friendly stocks. The information set is not there at the moment. It's not complete. So do I believe that LGBT plus lens investment can be done consistent with established investment management practices? Yes, absolutely. Do I think that there's still information missing for many investors to be able to do this? Yes, I absolutely believe that that's also the case. And that's in part why I believe this research is actually very critical, very important, because it sets out here from the investment management community what are the missing components for them to be able to have a strategy where they can put hand on heart and say, yes, this is also consistent with our standard investment practices and risk management, etc.